happy good morning to you. It is Saturday, October 14th, 2023. I did not go to Charlestown last night. I went to bed, and I'm glad I did. I was not in a position to go on a 2-hour drive, and then when you get there, what people don't understand about slot machine playing is if you do it for decades, it becomes like a job. Because you really want to win, man. You really want to win. You want to get into that machine. You want to analyze the way it's playing. There's so many scales that they use, and they use scales. And there's machines, 85% of the machines will not be paying at any given time. And you don't want to be putting money into something like that, you know? And you could be playing a machine, and they have like, all machines have like variable scales you can bet on. Some has 40 cents. For example, 40 cents, you can put in 40 cents a roll, or 80 cents a roll, or 120 cents a roll, or $1.60 a roll, or $2 a roll, or $2.40 or $3.60 a roll. And within those choices, there could be a winning scale. And you want to find that winning scale and be betting in that. But to do that, you might invest $200 in that machine. And 5 machines in a row, all the same. And only one of those machines could be paying at that time. So you can see how the casino makes so much money. But it's like a job, and it's exhausting. It's exhilarating, but it's exhausting. But I just didn't have the go power to do it. It's been a week. I thank the Lord for the job I have and the people I work with, and the people I do work for. They're wonderful. But boy, last night, and like I said, I missed 2 workouts this week because each night I came home and I got relaxing in the chair, and the good Lord just sort of tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Go to sleep. Don't be a fool. Go to sleep." And I did. That happened last night too. I kept thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm not driving 90 miles, 2 hours. Get there, be exhausted. The place will be there tomorrow. If I want to go, I can go tomorrow, rested, and go and just have a little fun. And don't take it like a job. So today is Saturday. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday, and it's time for the No Damn Choice workout. But you know, if it's time for a No Damn Choice workout, it's time for Knucklehead. Now I'm going to turn this damn camera up this time. I'm not going to let it sit the way it was. What are you doing, Poopy? What are you doing, Poopy? I love my little Poopies. Hello, Poopy. What are you doing, Poopy? Huh? What are you doing, Pooper? I'm going to go there and I'm going to tell you. What are you doing? I'm going to go there. You're a mess. I give up. I give up. Yes, I love you too. I love you too. Now I just fed her tuna fish. So she's good and stuffed. So she should be pretty mellow. Are you pretty mellow? Huh? Huh? I feed her real tuna fish out the can, and I feed her this food called Applause, because it is real food. And she can't eat any food to speak of from, well, she does eat the dry blue food for skin and fur from Walmart, but other than that, she can't eat any food from Walmart. And these food companies are using garbage food that we use in our human food processing, and they're beating it to death. And there's no cat or dog that's supposed to be eating a bunch of grain. So you need to watch out for that if you're feeding your little puppy food that's filled with grain. You're doing your animal. Cats and dogs are by and large meat eaters, because dogs are descended from wolves, and cats are obviously just cats. So. Alright, we're going to do this workout. I need you to move, honey. Come on. Come on, baby. You know what time it is. I'm going to call the workout out today. Oh, and let me get this. I got to move this camera up. Gosh darn it. I didn't do it yesterday. I'm so sorry. Let's move the camera up. Okay, there we go. Now we can see all of you. Are you going to move so Daddy can do his workout? Huh? Is this your new favorite place? I'm going to go. I don't let you go. She's a trip. She's like, human, don't bug me. This is my spot now. I'm going to get you in the back. I'm going to squeeze it. I got it right there. You know, yeah. What you doing, Pooper? Daddy got to have... No, I know what you're going to do. She's going to grab my hand and start kicking me with the rear claws. She has no front claws. She has no front claws, but them rear claws are about half an inch long, and they hurt. You ain't no joke when you start kicking. Yeah, I gotta get in here. Come on. Please let Daddy do his exercise, please. Come on. You know what's gonna happen. Here we go. I'm gonna call this out today too. I'll give you pointers on the exercises and what they do. Alright, here we go. Oh, yeah. First off, start with a stretch. Stretch your body out. I got up this morning, I had a little hitch mark in my back, a little muscle on my right side was sort of trying to tweak a little bit, so this will work, this will address that. So I'm doing a little bit of hand stretching and getting my ankle. I got an ankle, this right ankle, I got a pop in it, so when I go like this I can feel it popping. But anyway, so here we go. First thing is individual knee lifts. This stretches the back, works the leg muscles, it works the hamstring. You're trying to loosen the hamstring up. You don't want any of this tight, okay? So here we go. Bring it back like this, all the way back as far as you can. You're not trying to yank. It seems like I'm yanking. You don't try to yank, you just bring it back, down. Bring it back, down. So here we go. 20 of them. All these exercises are 20. You're going to see me do exercises that are 22. That's just a little bit of extra I give to the Lord for the pleasure of doing the exercise, and especially with the way I start my sit-ups. I got to sort of cancel the first one out, so the 22 actually counts as 21 to me. But it's just a little extra, you know. So anyway, but the number is 20. Try to get to 20. If you start this exercise program, I recommend you start at 5 for a week, and then do 10 for a week, and then do 15 for a week, and then if you get up to 20, get up to 20, just stay at 20. This is not about impressing somebody. This is not about making yourself beautiful. This is about not hurting, and about being able to work, and about to be able to walk straight up. So here we go. Too much running my mouth. Knucklehead's getting ready to move. Yeah, I love you too. All right, here we go. Individual knee lifts, 20. There she goes. Okay. Alright, when you're doing these exercises, it's very important how you breathe. And what I do is I try to breathe in as I'm doing the exercise, and when you hear me count, I'm breathing out with the count. That's normally how I do it. So I go, breathe in, and I go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, I'm trying to breathe out with the count. I actually don't even voice the count as far as with my vocal cords. I'm using my mouth with the exhale. So 1, 2. So my leg going down, I'm breathing in, and when I get it up, that's my 1. That's, see what I'm doing there? Your body is an engine. The oxygen you breathe in is what makes it work. Okay, you gotta have oxygen, because if you're doing a workout and you're not breathing right, you run out of oxygen, you get exhausted. All right, so this was the first one. This was the individual knee lifts. This is stretching the butt muscles, the back muscles, the hamstrings, working the legs. If you decide to go like this, you can also work your ankles. Very important that you don't let your ankles get fused. So just sitting in a chair, if you just rotate your ankles like this, if you work your toes like this, you'd be amazed how tight those muscles get when you don't work them, okay? So anyway, so that we got the individual knee lift. Now we're doing double knee lifts. What do double knee lifts do? This does an amazing stretch from the middle of your back all the way across your butt, back up here in your legs. And what this does is this pulls all of those muscles at the same time in your lower back. It also works your core here. So they're working together, okay? These are pulling, these muscles are pushing. And it works. That's why you see me do this. It seems like I'm doing the same exercise twice, and I'm not, because I'm working different muscle groups. So here we go. What this one is, you pull your knees up like this as far as you can go, and you actually see me rock up because I'm using the velocity of bringing my knees up to bring my butt up off the ground. I'm trying to get as much curl as I possibly can. Now, if I really wanted to push this hard, I could probably tip myself over, but I don't want to do that. So here we go. This is double knee lifts. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright. So there's that. See, I got a little hitch in my back right here. But it's working out. Okay, this is straight individual leg lifts. Ideally, the best way to do these, if you wanted to be really picky, and I can make myself crazy doing this, but I don't do this. Ideally, you want the leg as straight as possible. Individual leg lifts is the same type of exercise, but this gets very, very exact in the muscles. It gets real low down here about what it pulls. It pulls only the muscles down by your bottom of your butt, your back, and your hamstrings. You keep the leg straight, you pull it up. 1. You try to keep them straight, but I wind up bending my knee every time. It just seems to be natural to do that, but it still works these muscle groups. So I'm going to do this individual straight leg lifts. Okay? So here we go, 20. 1. where I'm feeling this at. I'm actually stretching this muscle right here on the back of my leg, right here. If I was facing the other way, you'd see this muscle right here. I can feel it all the way right there. From there, all the way around here to the back, to my back, where these muscles are. I'm stretching all of them. And when I started, I could feel these real tight. And when I finished at 20, they're much less tight. This becomes real important when you're walking. This becomes real important when you're lifting something. If you don't stretch these muscles, if you don't work these muscles, and you have a sudden incident where you have to keep your balance, you rip something, you tear something, you don't want to do that. So that really helps. That's the individual straight leg lifts. Now we do the double straight leg lifts. And what is this? This is the exact same thing, but we're working all the muscles in unison. From just below your shoulder blades to all the way down to about the middle of your calf muscle. This gets worked. It also works the core right here. You'll see this little bump I got here is called diastasis rexus. This is a place in my body that delaminated. One day going downstairs, I was carrying about 250 pounds of tools on a hand truck going downstairs because the contractor refused to let our company use the freight elevator. So we had to move all our tools in a 15-story building, my hand truck up and down the stairs. So when I was moving the tools down the stairs, and I could feel it, it was pulling up. And what it is when you have a six-pack stomach, your muscles are held in like that. And it just went like this. And I went to a doctor. I saw this about 6 weeks later. I was playing with my cat on the end of the bed, and I went like this, and this thing went bloop, and it freaked me the hell out. I went to the doctor, and the Kaiser doctor said, "Don't worry about it, it happens." And that was 30 years ago, so I'm doing these exercises to help minimize that bump you see. But in any case, what these straight leg lifts do is they work the entirety of the back, and they work this together. So let's get this done. Here we go. And these are tough. That's why you see me get up like this, and I'll kind of tense my hands, because these are tough to do to get started. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, talk about weightlifting like it's some kind of wonderful panacea. But what I want to tell you about weightlifting is you're weightlifting every day. Every day you're walking, your body's lifting weights. What I just did here, I'm 200 pounds. I weigh about 195 pounds now. Let's just say 200 pounds. Well, of 200 pounds, about 70 pounds of my body weight is probably my legs. So each one of these is 35 pounds. So doing this, like this, is the same thing as lifting 70 pounds 20 times. Okay? You understand? You see where I'm going with this? Each of your limbs already has weight to them. Your body has weight to it. You're using the weight in your body to exercise the other muscles in your body and to stretch them and get yourself better. So there we go. We did the double straight leg lift. Okay, now we're relaxing on the floor. We're going to turn our attention to the upper body, specifically the head, the neck, the shoulders. We're going to start the process of working down our body, okay? Because we've already done a lot of lower body work here, and that is a wonderful place to start. On the floor means that you are in a place of rest. Gravity's pushing you down. If you have any issues while you're getting your body set up, you can have them on the floor. You won't fall over. You can relax, okay? Here we go. This is what I call triad crunch. It's just a matter of, you can either lock your fingers like this, or you can go like this, whatever it takes. Sometimes I go like this, sometimes I go like this, but all it is, and the way this works best is for you to look where you want your head to go. Look where you want your head to go, okay? And then your body is helping you turn your head where you want to go. And it's just real that simple. And you lift up at the same time. You don't go like this. You lift up, turn. Lift up, turn. And it's 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. If you are a left person, you want 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. However you want to do it. I go this way. Left, center, right. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, time for me in the exercise program because I've already done all these other exercises. I've got my body ready. Next thing is sit-ups, standard sit-ups. Now, there's a lot of ways you can do sit-ups. People will say I'm cheating on my exercises, my sit-ups and my push-ups, and that's fine. But everybody's body is different. Now, for me, I give up one of my sit-ups. That's why I do 22 when I start, because I take my leg like this and I kick it. And when I kick it, that's at 35 pounds a leg, working these muscles, helping to get my torso up. And once I get my torso up and I get going down, for some reason, it's real easy for me to do this. But I love getting to that 22 on this because it's the start. And when I get to the push-ups, I love finishing the push-ups. That means we're solidly halfway through the workout, things are going well, and the good Lord, when I get up off the floor, the good Lord has blessed me to get up off the floor. So let's do the sit-ups, 20 sit-ups, but I do 22. And I start like this. It's like, this reminds me of the old cars where you turned it around and then you started the car, you know. This is the same thing, the same idea like kick-starting an old motorcycle. So I kick-start the old motorcycle body and we start the push-ups. The sit-ups. Same thing with these goes though. You got to understand, when you bring your body up, you're compressing your diaphragm. So that's a wonderful place to go one. You know, think about this. When you're compressing your diaphragm, you're compressing your lungs. That's a great time to exhale. And when you come back, that's when you breathe in, because you're expanding everything. So you go 1, and breathe, come back, 2, breathe, coming back, 3, breathe, coming back. Always think about breathing, and then soon enough, you do this for a couple of months, you don't think about it anymore. And if you're doing it, and you've had a bad day or a bad week, and you're getting tired, and you're going, what the hell's going on? Why can't I? What it is, it's real simple. Your head's in a mess. You're not staging your breathing. You just need to calm down a little bit, lay on the floor, relax. Tell the world to get away from you. This time is for you and your body. This is between you, your body, and God. And then get your breathing cycled properly, and then the exercise will go better. And here we go. Sit-ups. 22. 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. about to do the push-ups. A lot of times you'll see me go like this, and I'll wait. You got to understand, your body has a minimum oxygen requirement to work. And science likes to talk about that we don't use but 5% of our brain. The reason is because the other 95% keeps you alive. The other 95% is what your brain and your body do to keep you alive. You don't ever think about breathing. You don't think about all the other processes that the body does to extract energy from the food you eat, because the brain and the body use that 95% to do it for you. But in this exercise, the important thing is don't run out of oxygen. You see me sometimes, I'll stop and I'll just relax. And doing this exercise right here, this push-up, it's very important that your mind's into it, because you consciously have to use your brain to keep your back straight, your muscles, your core muscles tightened, your leg muscles tightened. Everything has to work together. This is a brain-rich exercise. This is not, we just turned around. We're no longer laying on the floor. We're no longer depending on gravity to protect us. Now we are entering the point where all that pre-exercise that we did pays the benefit. But you have to have your mind into it. Don't be getting into an argument with your wife or your partner, your life partner, or your husband. Don't have the kids run around. You know, this is mommy or daddy's time to do what they have to do to stay healthy. So now we're getting into the push-ups. You got to get your brain right. That's what I'm doing. I get my brain right. I just sit here, and when you're doing this, you can feel when you get the right amount of oxygen, because you feel it. Okay? So here we go. Now when I do this, real important, and I've done this before, to have a clean carpet, as you can see, I need to vacuum. But I've stuck my foot right on a piece of grit in the carpet that felt just like a razor blade going through my foot. I just had to move my foot to the side to get off of it. Sometimes they get stuck in your skin and they just won't go away. I hang with it. I try to hang with it. But when you go up for your push-up, okay, you'll notice I go up like this. My shoulders, I'm blessed because my shoulders and my arms take an immediate lock, which is great. I throw my legs out, I lock my knees, and my ankles, I got good strong ankles, and my feet are in pretty good shape. So it's fairly easy for me, but I still have to concentrate. You have to concentrate. This ain't a joke. Now, God darn it, you don't want to get hurt. That's what this is about. This ain't about looking pretty. This ain't about YouTube hits. This is about you living a life without pain, and without you not having a back bent over. There's no reason for people to get to be 80 years old with a back that's bent over. I'm sorry, there isn't. We have elder people all over the world who live and they're walking tall at 90 years of age. And why is that? Do they do the No Damn Choice workout? No, they don't. But they do an everyday workout, working in their gardens and cleaning their house, and not watching television, not sitting in a chair for 10 hours a night. They are the inspiration for this workout. They're the people I look to. You know, there's a black man on YouTube that lived until he was 123 years old, I think. And he smoked his cigar, but he didn't inhale. He was driving his car when he was 109 years old. He was driving an old Ford pickup truck. He was laughing, he was socializing. He was not in a nursing home, because he had enjoyed his life. He had worked hard. He didn't let stress get into his heart. He didn't take things too seriously. And he is my inspiration. And all the older people like him are my inspiration. You don't have to be an invalid. You don't have to be. But you got to work. And that's what I'm doing. I'm looking to be 100. I'm going to try to make 125 years of age. That's what I'm shooting for. Will I make it? Probably not, but I'm going to shoot for it. Anyway, let's do the push-ups, okay? Too much talking. Alright, this is important. When you set up for your push-ups, don't get possessed with how you initially set up. As you're coming up, you can move a hand out, you can move it forward or back, whatever makes you comfortable. You're only got to do this for 20 tries. I do 22. So don't get possessed with positioning. Just get yourself locked up and start your push-ups. What? Just start them. And pretty soon 22 goes by, and then the most beautiful gift that God gives me every day happens. I get to stand up on my knees, I get to stand up on my knees, that's a good one. I get to stand up on my feet and get up off the ground. You know, people like to talk about the lottery as if it's something big, it's huge. But we've seen what happens with the lottery. The real lottery, the real blessing is what we are given. That we're born, that we're healthy. And the true lottery is if you find someone to love that loves you back. And if you're blessed enough to be in a family where love exists, even if it's tough love, then you have won the lottery. So anyway, enough of my running my mouth. Getting back to the exercise program. Alright, please, if you've not been on the floor in 10 or 15 years, get on the floor and try to get up. If you're having trouble getting off the floor, please exercise. It's not a joke, it's not a game, it's not something you meant to happen. You can work 20 years in a row and never be laying on the floor. You can sit in chairs, sit in a car, sit at your workstation at work. The more time we sit, the more dangerous it is for us. Truck drivers have a massive problem. Long-haul truck drivers have a massive problem with heart attacks and with leg muscle atrophy. And a lot of these drivers have to lift heavy weights. They have to control heavy things. And they get into trouble. So think about the amount of time you're sitting in traffic, and the time you're sitting at your station, and the time you're sitting. Sitting is